Alonso at the start, then he lost a few more when he tried to retake Alonso, but it was really the thing that's really harmed him here is the incident on lap 7 where his engine seemed to cut out, problem possibly with the hydraulics and the gearbox, and he lost 30-40 seconds at that, trying to find a program that would make the car go. Since then he's had pace at times, but clearly to lose that amount of time to your opposition when other drivers like Kubica, Rosberg and Heidfeld are having strong afternoons is too much to ask, and that's the story of Lewis Hamilton's Brazilian Grand Prix of 2007. There is always, of course, next year.
Raikkonen deserves to have at least one, if not two, championships in his pocket already. Very unlucky at McLaren with reliability issues. Moved away from McLaren to Ferrari. And, well, he's heading towards that championship at the moment. He's got his rear gunner there in Felipe Massa.
He's about to come through then and begin his last lap. Teammate Felipe Massa, he did the honourable thing today. He'll be sad that he didn't have a chance himself of the World Championship. Alonso is almost a minute behind the Ferraris. Such has been the domination of the red cars here this afternoon. And then, of course, it's Rosberg, who is without doubt my candidate for driver of the day, when Martin and I discussed that a little later on. Kubica 5th, Heidfeld 6th, Hamilton 7th now, just under 10 seconds behind the BMW. It's been a heck of a storming drive back, considering how much he lost to be just 10 seconds behind Nick Heidfeld, but it's not enough.
Well, those soft tyres are working fine on the Ferrari. The Ferrari's been kind to its tyres all year. Massa sets the new fastest first sector of anybody in the entire Grand Prix on his final lap. Hamilton just 9.6 seconds behind Heidfeld, 11 behind Kubica, nowhere near, unfortunately, where he needs to be.
Massa looks like he's going to try and set the fastest lap of the race on the last lap, as you say. Raikkonen, though, is at the bottom of the hill. It's the big climb up the hill now that will make him the world champion of 2007. He came here 3rd out of 3. He's going away in the lead. He is going to be world champion. Kimi Raikkonen wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. His first victory here, the 15th of his career, and by no doubt the most important. Massa finishes in 2nd place. Alonso is going to come in 3rd, and the dream is over for Lewis Hamilton. Kimi Raikkonen is world champion of 2007 unless Rosberg and Kubica collide on the last lap. Hamilton 7th and Jarno Trulli in 8th place. Well, Raikkonen led the World Championship after the first round in Australia, and he's not led it too much since then, but he's led it when it really mattered. The final round, and he is the world champion, taking it away from Fernando Alonso, who crosses the line here in a very distant 3rd place. And there's Nico Rosberg, very happy with his afternoon's work.
Let's remember, Raikkonen has won 6 Grand Prix this year. He's not lucked into or reversed into. He's had reliability issues. Hamilton's car has been bulletproof by and large, and it seems as if it let him down today.
Well, they call him the Iceman, but there's a bit of a show of emotion going on in that cockpit now. He cannot believe it. He did absolutely everything right. It's been such a strong second half to the season by Kimi Raikkonen. And Lewis Hamilton is going to have to come back here next year and do it all over again.
Okay, it's all over. It's all over. Hamilton 7th. Hamilton 7th. By my calculations, we win the championship by 1 point.
Chris Dyer there, his engineer, confirming what we all think too.
And you have to go back to China 2 weeks ago, don't you? You have to look at that decision by the McLaren team to keep Hamilton out on completely worn-out tyres. They tried to finish the job off there in China. If they'd have just brought him in and put him on a new set of boots, he would have gone away with at least 5 and probably 6 points, and it would have been a very different story here this afternoon.
Fair and square. Massa pushed for all he was worth, and Raikkonen had an answer. Fueled longer, jumped him in the pit stops, and actually I'm going to give it to the new world champion, Kimi Raikkonen. Solid performances from Rosberg, Kubica, Heidfeld, no doubt about it. Jarno Trulli, with that curious late stop, took himself out of position as well, but be interesting to see what kind of problems they had.
season then for Raikkonen, the most of any driver in this year. Dream dies then for Lewis Hamilton and McLaren. They come away empty-handed from this 2007 championship, but Ferrari still have the winning habit, and Kimi Raikkonen is the new world champion.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Martin. Down here in the pit lane, well, it'll be hard in the time we have left to sum up the disappointment of Lewis, of Fernando Alonso, and especially of McLaren, who have endured so much this season, achieved so much, and ended up with nothing. But this is the moment that we must share the applause for the new world champion, Kimi Raikkonen. Surprise world champion, but it's a title that's overdue.
I think the title was overdue, definitely, Steve. He's a very deserving champion in many ways. He's been knocking on the door for a couple of seasons. A bit devastating for Lewis Hamilton and McLaren, as you say. I don't understand it at the moment either. It's almost like somebody turned his car off out there and allowed it to go on a little bit later, and that's cost him the race and cost him the world championship.
And the Ferraris, it has to be said, as we get covered in this shower of sort of metallic confetti down here. It's quite a celebration, and it will be quite a celebration for Kimi Raikkonen tonight. Ferrari were outstanding today, and of course Kimi was the man that we were sort of tipping for the title when this season began.
We gave Kimi the title at the beginning of this season because he said he would be the guy in the right car at the right time, and definitely I think he said that with his result today.
Season heading Ferrari's fourth 1-2 of the season, their first in Brazil, and clinching the 2007 Drivers' Championship for Scuderia Ferrari Marlboro, Kimi Raikkonen. Kimi, I guess those are the words you always wanted to hear. It wasn't so long ago this season that you were saying really the chance has gone to win this championship, and today, magically perhaps, it's all come right.
I don't remember that I was saying. I think so somebody else was telling, but for sure we were not in the strongest position some points of the season, but we always believe that we can recover, we can do better job than the others, and even with the hard times everybody was sticking together, and we didn't give up. And it was good because we saw in the end, even from a long way behind, we could reduce the gap and go ahead and win the championship in not just construction but also drivers, and I need to thank the team. They did a great job, not just today but all year. Like I said, we had some hard times with some problems, but we always work hard and improve the situation, and I think so we had a perfect teamwork. Felipe helping all the time also, and we had a hard fight with him all year, but then he had unfortunate also not scoring, and he couldn't be in a fight anymore, so he's been a big help also, and I think so all the sponsors been a big bonus for us. The team is very close together. Shell has been doing a great job for us, improving the fuel, everything to help us with all the new regulations. So I'm enjoying. For sure, I'm gonna enjoy today, and probably first month. So we see what happens. But I'm very happy.
And it was a beautifully clean race for you, a great race for the team as well, following Felipe passing Lewis Hamilton into the first corner and then taking the lead in the second phase of pit stops.
Yeah, I think I got a very good start. Actually, we got side by side with Felipe, but we knew that we don't want to really race against each other too hard, and it was the main thing to get past Hamilton. And then I saw on the mirrors in, I think so, corner 4 that he went off, and I knew that maybe we have some chance now. And we had a very good speed in both cars. We were just taking it easy and saving the tires and the cars, and we could have gone much faster if we would want, but it was a perfect teamwork from the team, and it paid off very well. He's not only been in this race but the whole year, so thanks for everybody.
Well, you're known as the Iceman, but what was it like in the closing stages of the race? Presumably your team saying, Kimi, stay where you are, you're going to be world champion. What was going through your mind?
Not much really. I wasn't really 100% sure because we wasn't sure if somebody needs to stop in front of Lewis, and he was 7th, then even he was finished and I finished the race, but there was people who needed to finish that we will know 100%. So I'm just really waiting, and it took a long time to hear that we finally won it, and it's amazing, after last few races been up and down, and we scored good points even with the difficult situations. So it's been a good finish of the season, and great work for everybody, and I'm very happy. It was amazing day.